Hey everyone, my name is Michelle, and so a lot of women have been heard and told for many years now that if you don't act or dress in a certain manner, then you're in the clear and you won't be sexually assaulted. As a victim myself, I'm going to tell you with the research I've done and the experience I've had, is it actually tends to be someone you know, also as well as it could be a stranger. Michael, a cop in Toronto, had been talking to a group of college students who made a comment saying, I've been told I'm not supposed to say this. However, women should avoid dressing like sluts in order to not be victimized. With this being said, according to womenshealth.gov, sexual assault is any type of forced or coerced sexual contact or behavior that happens without consent. Sexual assault includes rape, attempted rape, child molestation, and sexual harassment and threats. How many of you know somebody who was sexually assaulted? Were they victim blamed? Were they at fault? Were they called such terms such as whore and slut, which are basic words to be used against victims? However, many rapes happen during situation in different places, sometimes in a victim's home. When I was 14, it wasn't in my very own home. However, a few years ago, I was attacked by one of my ex-boyfriend's friends in my very own home, dressed like this, coming home from work, doing dishes. Unfortunately, I've heard many people being called horrible things after being raped. And the key word of rape, we didn't ask for it. No one asks to be raped. My clothing is not my consent. Why do people blame victims? According to UNS, women around the world ages 15 to 44 are more at risk of being sexually assaulted or in a domestic violence than of getting cancer, being in a car accident, being in war, or even getting malaria. Age 15, can you imagine the pain and the suffering that child went through? I can, because I was 14 and I didn't ask for it. Instead, I was victim blamed. People have this perception it only happens to you if you ask for it. How does what I do or what I say give someone permission to attack me without my consent? Have you heard of date drugs? These all happen very often and are considered rape when the victim can't say yes or say no. Why should we not buy certain clothes in a store? Because it may be asking for it. I would have to say it's not fair. But women like myself, we do. Victims now do worry, even if we were dressed like this when it happened. How are we going to fight sexual violence, victim blaming, and slut shaming? I need you to stand up, be the voice, the ones who say it's wrong and it's not okay, and she said no. I need you to truly think about it, and before you call someone a whore or a slut, think about the fact that nobody asked for it unless they go after it. Get involved and participate in slut walks. After that comment Officer Michael had made, a riot had started in front of the police department with all genders of all walking around with revealing clothing to prove a point. Start donating, whether it be your time, your money, your resources to help out a great cause. Start your own fundraiser contribute to foundations who help victims. Amber Rose is also a very great foundation. There are many programs out there who do not judge victims, instead they help us, and they help them recover. Be an advocate for the victim everywhere. Know the facts before you open your mouth. Just be there. Listen to the victim, not asking or judging. Just help them. Know the difference and make sure to spread the word about sexual assault. Now that my speech is drawing near a conclusion, at least 5 women have been sexually assaulted. Anything more than 1 is too many. I've given you all the facts and the figures and reasons why donating to the Amber Rose Foundation will be your best choice you will ever make all year. I also want to thank you in advance. This holds a special place in my heart for people like myself. Remember